Hello guys and welcome to another log of Digimon Color version 1 Nature Spirits, and for today's log we have Tortamon. Oh yes, this is so exciting for me. It's another nostalgia blast for me, and I'll explain in a few minutes time why is that so. But anyway, before we continue today's log, I just have to say, if you're a fan of Digimon or raising virtual pets, you've come to the right channel, because I document every Digimon that I raise and I upload at least twice a week and sometimes almost every day. So if you are interested in such content, go ahead and pierce the like and subscribe button with Tortomon's shell phalanx and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. Alright, let's get down to Tortamon or Tortomon's profile. Tortamon is the Japanese name for Tortamon, and Tortomon is the dub name, so they decided to name it as Tortomon for the dub. But yeah, in terms of etymology and origin of his name, that's usually how we start these, while we let Tortamon idle around on the screen and appreciate his idle animations. Yeah, his the origin of his name is quite basic. It looks like a tortoise, and basically it's kind of based on the alligator snapping turtle, if I'm not mistaken. I look at that mouth. If you can check out its official artwork, which I will put up shortly. Yeah, it looks like an alligator snapping turtle. So if you have time, you can always Google this animal called alligator snapping turtle, and yeah, it looks like a tortoise basically. A very aggressive looking one though, and it's very strong. And let's look up his profile. It'll probably be more telling. It's a tortoise type Digimon equipped with a shell covered in sharp blades, according to Digimon.net. Tortomon's shell and body are both incredibly dense, making it heavier than it looks. In fact, it causes terrible earthquakes whenever it takes a step. Its shrill metallic cry has also earned it the nickname Noisy Digimon. Tortomon's walking movements are extremely slow, but it can retract its limbs and spin in a disc shape to move 10 times faster than normal. Okay, I didn't know that. Or maybe I didn't read it properly the previous time. We did have Tortomon in all of the Vital Bracelet dims, but maybe I didn't pay much attention to it then. It uses its special move Shell Phalanx to launch the blades on its shell like multi-warhead missiles. So I think it's also nostalgic for me to see Tortomon's profile. It's because if I recall correctly, it was featured in V-Tamers as well. One of the first Digimon encountered by Daichi and Zero Maru, right, in their adventures in that comic series. And when they first landed on Folder Continent, they encountered Tortomon. So that was cool. If I recall correctly, that was probably... my memory doesn't serve me very well now. But yeah, I recall that, yeah, I remember that's how they appeared. And they had to find a weakness on Tortomon and defeat Tortomon accordingly. It was quite cool. The idea of strategy deployed in battle, and how to defeat something that is so well covered and armored basically, right? And I'm not going to spoil it and how they defeated it, but that was interesting. But another reason why it's so nostalgic for me that I mentioned earlier has to do with its evolution conditions. So let's take a look. For Tortomon, in order to evolve to Tortomon, this is once again from Humlo's site, which I'll be referring to throughout all my Digimon Pendulum Color series, because his site is just so useful. If you don't know, right, this is the site to go to know what are the evolution conditions required to evolve to specific Digimon. And for me, I evolved from Tentomon, and so Tentomon to Tortamon, according to Humlo's site, is just to have at least 1+ condition hard, so don't treat it too badly, and have 0 to 1 effort. So you hardly have to do any training, just feed it protein pills, and you know, it will evolve to Tortomon. You don't even have to train it that hard. In fact, if you train it too much, you evolve into something else. So Tortomon's evolution is just that. So the reason why it's not so nostalgic for me is because Nature Spirits being one of the first Digimon V-Pets that I owned, back then in the 1990s, there were no guides available for us, so we had no idea how to evolve into specific Digimon. You just had to take care to the best of your abilities. And for me, at the time, I had the ability to understand that, okay, if I take care of him well, he will evolve into something good. If I don't take care of him so well, he'll evolve into something bad. And as much as I tried, I tried to take good care of it, but I didn't understand that training more would actually change his evolution course. So I just kept feeding him on time. I made sure he didn't call me too much. And I got my fair share of Tortamon. Like almost every, like 80% of the time, I've been getting Tortomon on my Nature Spirits because I didn't know how else to alter the evolution course. Either I was treating it very well or I was just treating it like crap and it just evolved into Gekomon instead, which is another story. So I just kept getting Tortamon no matter what I did, no matter how well I treated it. I couldn't get Kabuterimon, which is the quote-unquote superior evolution because of the higher training evolutions, higher training requirements. So yeah, I never really met it. My friend got it, and we randomly got it together after some trial and error attempts, but we never figured out what's the difference between Tortamon and Kabuterimon and what was the influencing factor. But now that we have these evolution guides from Humulos, it is so much clearer that as adults now looking back, it was just so difficult to figure it out. But now that we have evolution guides, it's a lot easier. I can actually be the completionist that I am and raise every Digimon that I want to. And now I have Tortamon engineered from a very deliberate evolution plan, right? To evolve into specific Digimon. On that, I think it's time to look at our sprite animation and move on to that part of the profile. We are done with that profile on Wikimon and Digimon.net. Let's take a closer look at its sprite, shall we? Alright, let's see. Tortomon has been idling across the screen. He looks so cute. Let's put him into his natural habitat. Switching the background. So continue on the log. Oh, the adult animation is cute. Oh, let's look at its sprite. I think its sprite is amazing. It's very well designed. I have to say, the fact that they chose different shades of yellow really makes the sprite pop a little bit more. You can see the eyes are blue. They try to include that little bit of detail there, and its idle animation is just so comical because of the many different expressions that it's showing. So it's really quite funny. One thing about the going forward the logs, because I did briefly mention that there'll be a slight change here earlier in the video, is that if you look at the fact that we have an album, right, and the album actually has a number to the Digimon that you raise. So you can see you have Batmon, Mochimon, that's 02, and then Tentomon is 03 that we raised earlier. And then there will be other Digimon that are still unevolved and I have not obtained them. So there's 04, 05, and then they skipped 06 because that's technically locked until you connect the device and get the, but at least it's still numbered that way, right? So if you see here 03, 4, 5, and then they just skip to 7 because number 6 is still locked. So it's something that you can obtain only after you fulfill that criteria. In this case, it was to connect to another pendulum color. So basically the point is that the album actually has a numbering to these. So instead of my usual numbering of my logs, which is in chronological order of the Digimon that I raised, so usually by this would be my 4th log, because Tentomon evolves to Tortamon is the 4th log I'll be doing. I will have numbered it log number 4, but I guess it will be quite confusing if you are using this as a walkthrough. So I've decided to just follow the numbering to the album number that you have here. So Tortamon in this case would be log number 8, right? Although obviously this is the 4th video I have in this series, but it'll be not counting the number of videos, but according to the album, so that it's easier if you want to use it as a reference in the future. Yeah, just taking note of that, so you don't get confused like, oh, what happened, how come there's like 8 videos already? There isn't, there's still only 4, right? I'm just following the log number according to the album index number, if you will, although technically it's not that. So anyway, that's just a slight administrative thing. And let's document feeding. We need to feed him 1 protein. Yeah, that's his eating animation. Super cute. And as usual, I forgot to switch on the sound. Gotta do that. There we go. And let's see his training animation. We can have that as well. It's red. Still red because it's vaccine. Alright, look at it, going all out and attacking. Mega hit. It's happy animation. And let's see the angry animation. He's upset. All you got to do is just not do anything, and you'll be upset because it's 0. So okay, 1 super hit. Alright, angry animation. Okay, please don't be so upset, Tortomon. Let's see it against the evening sky. I realize I haven't been doing that quite consistently. I do that on a Digimon color. That's quite nice. Wow, look at that. Alright, and for Tortomon, although I don't need battles to evolve him to my next form, and we'll get to that tomorrow, his next form will be very interesting feature of this Digimon Pendulum color. Anyway, even though I don't need battles, I just want to run it because it's so nostalgic for me. I just got to see how it's like to battle with Tortomon. So this is stage 1. Let's give it a shot with Tortamon. Let's go. Alright. Nice one. Gotta keep shooting double hits, man. Yeah. And we did it. We won. We won. We won. We won. Very nice. I like this. Okay, we don't have to go there. We can cancel halfway, so that's great. He has what? 2 victory rates already. 2. Yeah, awesome. Anyway, let's see. It's let's see. It's saying no. No. It looks so cute when it says no. No. And that's the second last thing that we document as usual, and then we document it sleeping. So it sleeps at 9, I think. Alright, that's his sleeping animation. Oh, this looks so cute and nostalgic. Yeah, we have this. I've seen this many times. Tortomon's sleeping animation. And of course I will quickly proceed to switch off the light. But yeah, that's his sleeping animation. It looks so cute. It's retracted into his shell except for his head. Even his head is barely visible and it's entirely inside his shell. So cute. Alright, and that's it for today's log. If you haven't already, please go ahead and pierce the like and subscribe button with Tortomon's shell phalanx and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. I document every Digimon that I raise and I upload at least twice a week, sometimes every day. And that's it. That's it for today's log, and see you in the next video. Bye!